can do what I want when I want to do it. I can do what I need when I need to get through it. When I need someone else, can't be too proud for help, but gotta look after myself. Sometimes it can get lonely, never living in the moment. When the sun is shining, hope that I'm reminded, like how the clouds keep changing. I'm always steady rearranging, going back to the basics of what a good day is. What a good day is. And that's exactly what the day is. But it's exactly what you make it. So please don't go wasting. And I'll do the same, even if it's raining. How could I complain? And my feels got me feeling some type of way. You always free to take a break. Hope you feel what I felt. You gotta look after yourself. Sometimes it can get lonely, never living in the moment. When the sun is shining, hope that I'm reminded, like how the clouds keep changing. I'm always steady rearranging, going back to the basics of what a good day is. Of what a good day is. What a good day is. And that's exactly what the day is.
All right, y'all know what time it is. We are back in here for an emergency live stream. So make sure y'all drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. We gonna go ahead and get into it. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're looking all crispy and clean on the screen too. Here we go. Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show at nighttime. We have an emergency live stream today. I'm your host, Classy Beats, classybeats.com, and we are going to figure out what the jury decided. We actually have a verdict in the A$AP Rocky trial. I did not think we were going to have a verdict today, but in less than what did we say? 3.5 hours, I think it was. 3.5 hours, the jury has reached a verdict. So we do have a couple things we're going to go over. As I mentioned earlier today, today's first live stream, it looks like Law and Crime was actually able to get video from what happened during the proceedings this morning. So we definitely got to shout out Law and Crime for that. I will leave a link in the full to the full video in the description below for y'all. But we're actually going to review that, and then that should take us right into the verdict reading. But before I get into it, I gotta say what's up to the people, man. This is this is gonna be a crazy one right here. Shout out to my awesome, amazing Amy is in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got Michi is in here. Shout out to Belfast. B-Mac is in the building. Valencia's in here as well. We got Power Folk back at it. Power Folk Living is in here. Shout out to Libby22 SC Girls in the building. Who else do we have? Miss 86 is up in here, as well as F Casola. Shout out to F Casola in the building. I know we were Amy said we were trying to eat dinner, and then I was like, oh, we gotta go hop on the live stream because it's about to go down. And Denise Mind is in here as well. Good to see y'all, man. Thank y'all for stopping by. We've also got Mythical is in the building. Mr. Brown's up in here too. Shout out to Paula Eyes is in here as well. Good to see you. Petty Patty. CPE's in the building as well. What's up? What's up? And I see a bunch of y'all in here. Dang, Ducky Dexter is in the building too. Says, I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm nervous for Rocky. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. Mrs. HLS is in here as well. And I'm going to be saying what's up to a couple of y'all as we go through it. Thank y'all, first of all, for being here. I appreciate y'all showing up and showing love. This is going to be interesting. Make sure if you haven't yet, vote in the poll that I have in there. I asked y'all, what will the verdict be? So far, we have a tie between a hung jury and not guilty or guilty on one count at 5%. 7% of you are saying guilty, and then 83% of you are saying not guilty. Wow. All right. We're going to wait and see what happens. But before we get into the court proceedings, let's go ahead and check out this video that Law and Crime dropped, and we'll get into it and see what's going on here, what happened. It looks like the camera is actually on over in the courtroom, but we don't have anything going on yet. So even if we don't get through this entire video, I'm going to make sure that we jump right into the verdict as soon as it's getting read. All right, here we go. Let's see what they're saying over here about what happened this morning between the prosecution and the defense. I guess Judge Arnold had to hear some complaints going back and forth. Prosecutor was saying he was upset because he saw Joe Tacopina did a couple of interviews yesterday. Wasn't happy about that. And then Joe Tacopina had some complaints of his own about some of the pictures that were shown during closing arguments for the prosecution. So let's check it out, see what's going on.
Good morning, Doctor. Yeah, the jury's over there, so they can keep us away.
All right, you ready, Kevin?
I'm ready.
All right, we'll go on the record in Mr. Mayer's case. He is not present. Mr. Tacopina, do you waive your client's presence for?
Yes, that's
Oh, let me turn the sound up for y'all.
All right, two issues that we're going to deal with. One is the allegation that Mr. Tacopina violated the gag order. The other is the defense position that Mr. Lewin misled the jury in his summation.
Dang.
The first issue regarding the gag order, I don't need any response from anybody. I don't want any response from anybody. I was forwarded the part that was believed that Mr. Tacopina violated the gag order, and I had to listen to it a number of times, and I wrote it down word for word. And this is what Mr. Tacopina said when he was interviewed by, is the last name Baden?
Yes, Kenny Bodden, Linda Kenny Bodden.
Okay, shout out to JSTV getting a shout out in court. Very nice.
Michael
Bryant.
Oh, I got to read the super chats too. I got you.
Baden asked you if you could comment on what was said at the sidebar, and this is what you said. There is one part of the gag order still in effect. Actually, that's not right. There was only one part of the gag order.
Yeah.
But anyway, there is one part of the gag order still in effect, and it has to do with a particular sidebar conference that we had regarding the question that you are asking about right now.
Uh-oh, Joe get in trouble?
In that regard, I can't really speak to anything the judge said at the sidebar during Relly's testimony. I do not believe that that is a violation of the gag order. That's the ruling. I don't need any response from anybody else.
All right. Shout out to Joe getting the win. Judge put that away quickly. So, we're not doing it. All right. It's fine. Nice. Joe's a smart guy. I can't imagine that he would violate that, and especially not intentionally. All right, Lewin, sit down, shut up. It's fine.
The motion filed by the defense. I've read the motion. Mr. Lewin, did you want to respond?
The motion's absurd. It's being done clearly, as was the interview, to attempt to sway the jury. It's interesting that after telling the court repeatedly and counsel on the record that he would not be doing any interviews during the pendency of this trial, that the day before the jury deliberates, he does.
No. I'm done with that.
I'm explaining the motion. The motion, number one, sets out
Nobody wants to interview John.
Apparently issues. One is that he is trying to say that I intentionally switched photographs. Now I'm going to show them up to the court. It's patently absurd. Just so it's clear, I got on this case extremely late. I was on the case basically. I started the day before trial.
Oh, here go the excuses.
I had the exhibits from my co-counsel. The exhibit list that I had, he had a number of photos of the victim's fingers, the injury that he had. The exhibit that I had and that I used in closing, although it was on his exhibit list that he gave me, it's not the photo that he used. But just so it's clear, Mr. President, just so it's clear, both photos, this is the correct exhibit, as the court is aware, and this exhibit basically shows the injury to the finger.
What exhibit was that?
This is People's 17. I used a photo which also shows his hand with the injuries, thinking that was the exhibit that was used. As the court is aware, does the court need me to come up to the court to examine them or not?
No.
They're showing the same thing. There's absolutely no prejudice. It's absurd.
And I know that was corrected immediately.
Yes. Regarding the second issue, let me be clear about this. We admitted People's 15. I had no part in gathering those videos. I got them from my co-counsel. Both parties, both the defense and the people, slowed down their respective exhibits during closing argument. I said on the record, I am playing this at half speed. When you slow down a video, it slows down how it is played. It does not change how the video is presented. But I want to add something else. Both Mr. Przemyk and I have been extremely clear from the start. It is not when the particular gunshot was fired. What is important is, and this is demonstrated on the video, is that the cause of the incident was not the victim attacking ASAP Ills. It was the defendant pulling out his firearm. That is what prompts, when he pulls out the firearm, that is what prompts the victim to try to hide behind Ills. So the idea that somehow I slowed down or changed the video is absurd. I don't even have the capability to do it. What I did is exactly what I said. I played it at a reduced speed, which, by the way, before I did my argument, counsel got up on the other side and he said, I'm going to play this at slow speed, his exhibit. Now, if we go back one step, the defense had an issue, apparently, with the surveillance videos that Mr. Przemyk gave them well in advance of this case.
That's Bradley, his co-counsel.
At the conclusion of our case, and actually at the end of their case, they actually moved the court, if the court can recall, because they wanted to put in a different video. The court allowed that video in. That video is evidence, our video is evidence. I would finally add that what is said in closing argument is not evidence in the case. What is said in closing argument is argument. The exhibits speak for themselves. And finally, because it needs to be addressed, counsel is apparently in discussions with a couple of lawyers on 2 murder cases, which I won, where that appellate lawyer is involved in both of them. And he has basically attempted to tarnish my well-deserved 30-year reputation, which the court has commented on repeatedly. There has only been one time in this case where a court has found that there was any violation that was not inadvertent, and that did not occur with the people. So let's be clear. When they put in their motion, and there's no reason for it, Your Honor, they quote a Ninth Circuit opinion, which, by the way, was reversed, not for prosecutorial misconduct, it was reversed for instructional error. But I'm just going to add that Justice Hofstede, who is one of the most outstanding justices in the California court system, wrote the original opinion, found no error whatsoever. Neither did the Cal Supreme Court. Neither did the federal district court judge who looked at the case. And I will just add that in the very Ninth Circuit opinion that they cite, which was a 2-to-1 decision, if you go to the dissent makes clear in their dissent that, in fact,
the dissent makes clear in their dissent.
Joe Giarrusso and the fact that the victim in that case was alone at the time of the murder, the majority felt that because she had had dinner with him hours before the murder, that meant she was not alone that night. As the dissent made clear, and as the California Court of Appeal made clear, I was commenting on the fact that at the time she was murdered in the middle of the night, almost beheaded, she was by herself. Now, why that has any business in a motion they filed, you would have to ask them. But I find it extremely interesting that given the repeated discovery violations, which the court has found, given the leaks to the media, which, by the way, the individual who did the interview yesterday...
Wait, what got leaked to the media?
Apparently Mr. Tacopina's close friend and law school education partner. She is the one who reported an alleged conversation that originally occurred at sidebar. I find it rich that the defense makes these allegations.
That's very interesting.
They are slanderous. They are not accurate. And I've got a 30-year reputation with this court and with my office, which I...
Hey, can we give him his flowers for his 30-year reputation, all right? God dang. That's the second time. Is he going to say the third time? He put in the work. Give him credit for his 30-year career where he got demoted. But it's all good.
They are slanderous. They are not accurate. And I've got a 30-year reputation with this court and with my office, which I will stand by. And the minute the court finds that I've done anything unethical, I would like the court to say so. I'm going to add one last thing because it's important. The defense was upset because we ended up getting a report from ballistics that was inculpatory. It only would have helped us. As soon as we got it, we turned it over to them. We then made arrangements to get them the evidence, and in fact, we didn't end up doing testing at the court's order because of the timing. The defense was actually given more ability to test the evidence than we were, just because of the timing involved. The court found at the time that as soon as we were aware of information, we turned it over. The court is also aware of a second situation, which has not been made public, where we became aware of potential evidence, didn't know whether it would be exculpatory or inculpatory, and we alerted the court to that, and the court ended up making arrangements.
Okay, so that's what Lewin was talking about when he mentioned, oh, well, we can bring up the other stuff that happened. And Joe said, oh, I'm so scared. Y'all remember that? And Lewin was threatening him. It's like, oh, if you want to bring up my issues with the Ninth Circuit, we can go ahead and talk about the other stuff that happened off the record. I'm just like, whatever, man, I don't care.
Alerted the court to that, and the court ended up making arrangements. Every single issue that we've had in this case regarding discovery, as soon as we find it, we present it to the defense. Finally, the issue with the alleged stipulation with Relly. As the court is aware, and as the court has stated on the record, everybody at the time believed that the stipulation, that the firing range was out of state. That was my understanding when it happened. As the court is aware, numerous times during this case, I offered to stipulate to assist the defense. Many times, as the court is aware, Mr. Tacopina would be standing up there, not knowing what his problem was, not knowing what the foundation was, not knowing how to introduce certain evidence. And I would say to him, he would look at me, what's wrong? And I would say, okay, Joe, here's what I can do, and I would stipulate. I made that offer to stipulate because everybody at the time believed that the firing range was in California. The court has already found that the court believed it, we believed it, that's why we offered it. I would further add that the fact that the victim was in California at a firing range 2 weeks before this incident occurred has about almost no relevance or impact on the case. However, when aspersions are made that somehow that was kept from them, or that somehow we ended up asking for a stipulation in anything other than good faith, the court has already made its comments. I would request the court to, and I'm asking the court, if the court thinks that anything that Mr. Proslemek and I have done has been a violation of discovery, has been unethical, I'd like the court to say so. The court has been very clear that that's not the court's belief. In the end, we made a conscious
Boy, he's still going.
Because it's ethical not to try this case in the press. You haven't seen one comment from us, not one. Mr. Tacopina in his motion or maybe it's motion, I don't know, what communication has insinuated that somehow we're talking to a reporter. We know he's talking to a reporter. Let's back it up. I am more than willing right now to go under oath.
No, we're not doing that.
Well,
Said we're not doing that.
Well, understood, Your Honor, but I want to make sure that my personal integrity has been impugned. I won't stand for it. I am more than happy. You put me under oath, you put Mr. Tacopina. I understand the court doesn't want to do it, but I want to make sure I've offered that.
Oh, my
Haven't heard the
gosh.
same thing from Mr. Tacopina. Would love for that to occur.
Who wants to speak?
I'll speak, Your Honor, to
Go
this.
on.
Okay, because all I've been hearing for the last 10 minutes is deflection here. So, Mr. Lewin just
All I'm
asked,
hearing is what?
deflection. All he's doing is deflecting. So, first of all, he asked, why we would raise a Ninth Circuit decision. What does it have to do with this? Someone should ask us. Okay, the question's been asked. Here's what it has to do with this. The Ninth Circuit said that Mr. Lewin lied to a jury. That's why. Here he is saying,
Uh-oh.
my reputation.
That is untrue.
I let him speak, Your Honor.
Don't interrupt. Don't
Your Honor,
interrupt.
I'm not going to have that kind of personal aspersion
Here we go again.
made against my reputation and character. I won't have
They're
it.
taking up with the Ninth Circuit, okay? I didn't say it, they said it.
The Ninth Circuit did not.
Dang!
Your Honor, the Ninth Circuit said there was an untruth that was presented to the jury by this individual right here.
Yo, the
Regardless-
judge, the judge said, yo. Lewin, they did say that. Dang! John Lewin is taking so many L's from Judge Arnold. It's crazy. He said they did say that. Dang. Come on, man. Yo, what?
That is
I let him speak, Your Honor.
Relax.
Your Honor, I'm not going to have that kind of personal aspersion
Here we go again.
made against my reputation and character. I won't have
They're
it.
taking up with the Ninth Circuit, okay? I didn't say it, they said it.
The Ninth Circuit did not say that.
Your Honor, the Ninth Circuit said there was an untruth that was presented to the jury by this individual right here, regardless of the basis
That's
for
crazy.
reversal. That's what the Ninth Circuit said. And the reason we raised it with respect to this is because there's a claim of prosecutorial misconduct. And by the way, let's deal with this in reverse. The stipulation, right? Because that was one issue of prosecutorial misconduct. I just heard Mr. Lewin say that everyone believed that that shooting range was out of state. Who believed that? The witness didn't know that. Mr. Tacopina didn't know that. In fact,
True.
Did Mr. Lewin know that it was out of state? Did he? Because I find that very difficult to believe, given the fact that it was not out of state. So either one of two things happened, and Mr. Tacopina said this previously. Either one, he knew it wasn't out of state and tried to lie to the jury, or, best case scenario for Mr. Lewin, he didn't know and asked for a stipulation. Now, on this point, let me just note, I know that Mr. Lewin apparently...
Slow down.
Fine, fair enough. I know that Mr. Lewin...
Slow down. Slow down.
I know, Your Honor, that Mr. Lewin, because he's represented this to other people, is, my understanding, knowledgeable about firearms. He carries them. I find it very difficult to believe that Mr. Lewin
I don't know
did
what to
not
do,
know
Ducky.
that the LA shooting range is not in Los Angeles. So, when he's here trying to bolster his own reputation...
Your Honor, I'm going to ask the counsel to not bring up anything personal about what I do or do not do when I'm outside of the office.
Then-
It is absolutely inappropriate.
Fair comment. That's fair.
Well,
fair
Your Honor, when this individual,
Just-
Mr.
just
Lewin...
Didn't he talk about Joe doing the
That's what I
interview?
want you to talk
Well,
about.
okay,
If you
Your
want
Honor,
to talk.
all right,
I read
definitely
it,
want to.
all 11 pages.
Thank you very much,
Stick to
Your Honor.
that.
Fine. The claim here is one of prosecutorial misconduct, and specifically deliberate prosecutorial misconduct.
Look
which is
at
why I was raising these other issues and just responding to Mr. Lewin. With that said, let me focus on
Oh,
one.
man.
So, we didn't raise this
This is
issue
good.
to distract or try to mislead the jury. To the contrary, the misleading was done by the prosecution. If the court will recall, at the end of Friday's proceedings, we raised this issue with the court and said it appeared to us, looking at the video on the screen, that it was altered. We then asked Mr. Lewin, would you show us the PowerPoint so we could resolve this issue now and avoid potential appellate issues? You would think at a bare minimum, to avoid this very matter, he would have said, sure, take a look at it. Instead, no, he adamantly refused, packed his bags, and got out of that courtroom as fast as anyone could. Now, we then fortunately had the opportunity to look at that video because it was televised on Court TV. And sure enough,
Shout out to Court
it
TV.
was altered. That wasn't People's Exhibit 15, okay? What the
Uh-oh.
video that Mr. Lewin presented to this jury during summation showed was the shot taking place before Relly ran towards Ills. Now, the prosecution says, oh, it's not a significant issue. The timing of the shot couldn't be more significant with respect to the claim of self-defense. Now, perhaps Mr. Lewin doesn't realize that
That's
it's an
right.
issue in this case when he and the prosecution in general told the jury they only have one matter to consider, which is a prop gun. That's not the case. Self-defense, of course, is an issue in this matter if the jury finds that there was no prop gun. The timing of this couldn't be more critical. So, Your Honor, this has nothing to do with slowing down a tape. That's what Mr. Lewin speaks to. Oh, we slowed down the video. It's not about that. It's about moving the shot a second earlier. That's what they did. And I would just add, People's Exhibit 15, and we raised an issue with this previously. We were advised
This is
by
the knuckle
prosecution
scrapes.
that Detective Flores is the one who prepared that video. When Mr. Tacopina questioned Detective Flores about it, he said, no, it wasn't me. Even
It
at
was
this
the
moment,
DA's
we
office.
don't know who prepared People's Exhibit 15. There wasn't
He said, the Detective Flores said it was the DA's office who edited and changed the sound around. So I don't know if he was lying, because apparently they're saying that the DA's office said that they didn't do it. So we don't know what's going on here.
a proper foundation laid for it. We objected. The court allowed it in. But now, during summation, to alter that video further and present a misleading image to the jury in terms of what happened couldn't be more of an example of prosecutorial misconduct in this case. The law is clear. And in that regard, I would note this. I don't accept Mr. Lewin's assertion. I know the court has spoken to this, but I don't accept Mr. Lewin's assertion that the photograph of the quote-unquote bloody knuckles that was introduced was inadvertent. I see him holding a photograph right now. I can assure you that the photograph that was displayed to the jury was not what he has in his hands. It was brighter. It exaggerated the nature of the injury. Unfortunately, they had the weekend to do whatever it is that they did with their videos and with their photographs, but the fact of the matter is we all saw it. There was a photograph that was introduced to this jury that was not admitted, that exaggerated the extent of, purportedly, the complainant's knuckles. We don't know because there was no testimony regarding that. Never should have been presented. I appreciate the court swiftly taking action to resolve that situation. But given that that occurred once, and now we have another video that alters what occurred, I find it difficult to believe that it was inadvertent. And in fact, for that matter, how? How could you have a video inadvertently manipulated? It's deliberate action. So, Your Honor, here's where we are. There was a video that misleadingly presented to the jury something that was not People's Exhibit 15. The only resolution at this point, Your Honor, would be to advise the jury to disregard that video that was presented by the people because it moved the shot to an earlier time than what's reflected on People's Exhibit 15. That's the only solution at this point, to try to resolve this issue and avoid potential appellate issues. That's our request. We briefed the issue, the law is clear. You know, I don't know what more to do at this point, but it has to be addressed to this jury because right now they're in the back.
No, they're not. Not yet.
They will be, fair
They will
enough,
be.
Your Honor. They will be in the back, having seen the last video in the courtroom, one that wasn't in evidence and misrepresented.
Just give them the
time of
other video
shot.
then.
It couldn't be more paramount despite the prosecution's claims that it's insignificant. I know they want it to be insignificant, but it couldn't be more significant with respect to the issue of self-defense, Your Honor.
Garbage.
Your Honor, can I just respond to the video portion of it? I don't need to yell and I don't need to hash out anything else. But as to the surveillance video, all that happened, it took some technical expertise to create that video where one is on top of another, which is not any kind of program that I have access to. So I went to someone
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
DA's office who works in our video laboratory.
There it
who
is.
Has access to Adobe Premiere and asked her to line up those two videos at the point in time when a floodlight is seen in both videos as a visual cue. And if the court is not following what I'm saying, I can pull up the video and show the court. And that was done with Detective Flores's, kind of in pre-consult with him. He was aware of what was gonna happen. We talked about how that was gonna.
Tell me again, you went to someone in the DA's office and they did what?
Just ask them to put the videos.
This is wild, man. They just say, hey, DA's office, can y'all fix this video for us real quick and just match this up with this part? And yeah, make sure the shot is fired right here and then we'll be good. Appreciate you guys. Oh, you have Adobe Premiere? You do a little YouTube on the side? Cool. Yeah, you can take care of that for me. Jeez. Oh my gosh. This is garbage, man.
In pre-consult with him, he was aware of what was going to happen. We talked about how that was going to.
Tell me again, you went to someone in the DA's office and they did what?
Just ask them to put the videos on top of each other because one video has audio.
Come
and
on,
one
man.
Captures actual, actually captured the shooting. Okay, so it's the video that we've all been describing as sequenced surveillance video. It just took a special program called Adobe Premiere to be able to play those two videos at the same time and screen record. That was it. That happened well before the trial, and I gave that to defense counsel, and I told them that Detective Flores would authenticate the video, not that he had been the one who created it with computer programs. So that was all
That's
that happened
crazy.
with how that video was created, and I had asked her to line it up with a visual cue in the videos, which is when a floodlight turns on. That video has not been changed, manipulated, or anything since the trial happened. I have not
Do y'all
gone back
believe
to the
him?
person who created that video or anything like that. So I can tell you, and honestly, and this is more from my personal experiences with Mr. Lewin and his technical abilities, I can guarantee you Mr. Lewin would not have the ability to move the sound of the gunshot in those videos. I mean, so
But somebody else
to that
did
issue
at the
on
DA's
whether
office.
or not the video that he played for the jury was changed, I can tell you that's the only copy of that video that we've had where the two videos are playing on top of each other. There's only one that exists. It's been labeled sequence surveillance video. It's the one that was played in his PowerPoint. I can't speak to how it came out on court TV, but I can tell you we did not move the sound of that shot.
Yeah, they're
And
finessing right now.
nor do we, I think as Mr. Lewin articulated, feel that that is really the relevant inquiry for the jury. We have always argued, I did it in mine and he did it in his closing, that the point in time that matters is when the defendant turns around having pulled the gun, not when he actually fires it. So
What's he smiling
I just wanted
for?
to add that because Mr. Siegel had brought up how the video was created and that we had changed it. That video was not changed as it went into Mr. Lewin's PowerPoint.
Your Honor, if
No,
I could just read this
I've heard
important,
enough.
Your Honor.
You filed the motion, I heard from Mr. Lewin, I heard from you,
Right.
and then I heard from Mr. Kuzloma. That's it, no more. That's it.
All right, what's the decision?
Based on the explanation from Mr. Kuzloma, I can say, I don't believe anything nefarious occurred here. I don't think anything was altered. Now,
There it is.
what the focus is, or what the issue is with the defense is, has to do with People's 15, which is the video that was admitted into evidence, and the PowerPoint. People's 15, which the jury has, shows from the time elapsed from the second shot to Rocky coming in contact with 12E is 6.98 seconds. The PowerPoint, which Mr. Przovic described as trying to put one on top of the other, the sound in addition to the video, the audio on top of the video. That shows that there is 7.98 seconds
It's 1 second.
that elapsed between the second shot
Ah,
to Rocky coming in contact with 12.
it's 1 second. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Do you really think, does anybody really think that by showing that video to the jury in final argument, that they would pick up that there was a 1 second difference between the PowerPoint and People's 15? That is virtually impossible. No human would be able to do that. In addition, what is said in final argument and in summation is fair comment. It is not evidence. The jury was told that. As to the hand photo, I don't agree with you, Mr. Siegel. I think it was done by accident. The two photos are almost identical.
Everything's
And it was
done by
corrected
accident.
immediately.
Okay. All right.
The defendant's motion for an order directing the people to preserve its closing argument PowerPoint with regard to prosecutorial misconduct is denied. The motion to request that the court instruct the jury to disregard the sequence surveillance video displayed during the Mr. Lewin's summation argument is denied.
All right.
That's it.
Your Honor,
No,
just one
no,
thing for the record, I need to make a record on one thing. We're not quarreling with your decision, Your Honor. We accept it, we understand it.
all right.
Notwithstanding
Say
our
what you want
objection.
to say for.
Thank you very much. Just quickly. 'cause
There we go.
This is the first time that we've heard an explanation from the prosecution regarding specifically how People's Exhibit 15
All
was
right,
made.
say what you want to say.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. So, there's been no witness, Detective Flores certainly didn't do it, to authenticate People's Exhibit 15. I don't know who this person was in their office that they just described that made it, but there's been no evidence to lay a proper foundation. In light of that fact, Your Honor, we're asking you to exclude People's Exhibit 15.
No. All right.
It's not gonna happen.
If we hear from the jury, we will let you all know.
Your Honor,
We're all going to be an hour away.
can I add one thing?
I think
which
it
is
said, I think it said 90 minutes, Your Honor. You would agree to 90 minutes?
No, if there is any communication, will you all be available by phone?
I will be, absolutely. I won't be personally potentially here. in
All right, so
96
the only reason you'd have to come in is if there's a verdict or if the jury indicates that they are at impasse.
Well, Your Honor, what about if there's a note requesting a readback and we have to sort of,
We call you,
yeah, and then how do we?
and we'll talk about it. Usually, when a jury requests readback, they'll say, okay, we want witness Jones's testimony about X.
Okay,
What I do and what Kathy does is, we find out what the witness said about X on direct, cross, redirect, recross. Anything the witness said about X is provided. But nothing more,
okay.
and nothing less.
Do we weigh in on that at all?
Well, of course.
Okay, so how, if we're not here physically, how do we do that?
You do it
We have a
on
conference.
a speakerphone.
Oh, okay.
WebEx?
I got my own on WebEx if you want.
Alex knows how to do it.
So we, okay.
So there they go.
So we don't have to be here to discuss
No.
the notes?
No.
Okay.
That's the same with questions. If there's a question, they'll read us the question.
Okay.
We'll, amongst
phone.
ourselves,
Alex
generally
will take a photo of
try
it
to
and send it
figure
to you.
out if we agree on an answer.
Okay.
Then we end up talking to the court by phone or by WebEx, and they do it.
Okay, so we
Generally,
don't-
do not have to be in here.
Alex takes a photo of it and sends it to you.
Okay.
The actual written question.
Good.
All right.
Your Honor,
Thank you,
can
Your
I
See you
can I
later.
add one thing, which is we provided a clean laptop to Alex
Yeah.
for the jurors' use. If the defense wants to go through it, I gave it to Alex. They can do whatever they want.
Thanks, Bob.
There is, if you want to go in and take a look, there's a computer with a projector and a screen.
Could we do that? But there's no
Yeah,
conference.
go take a look.
Their notes are back there and things. right?
What?
The jurors' notes and stuff are back there.
Oh.
The jurors.
Could Alex walk in with us? Just
Yeah.
Yeah, they have it, yes. Just go take.
All right, there it is, man. So that's what went down this morning. We kind of read the play-by-play courtesy of Megan Cuniff, but now Law and Crime doing their thing, showing us what actually went down. Not too much of a big deal, especially considering we've got a verdict coming up here shortly. Actually, they said 4:20 California time, so we should be there any minute. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments and in the chat. Woo! Somebody said the judge is exhausted. Yeah, I believe it. It's rough out here, man. This has been a ride for sure. Let me read these super chats. Look at y'all showing love with the super chats. Also, thank you to everybody that has liked the video. If y'all could take 2 seconds, like the video. It really does help the channel continue to grow. And it lets the algorithm know that y'all are enjoying the show as well. All right. Thank you to all 1,600 of you who are in here too. We've got Libby 22 SC girl in the building with the 5 bomb, says thanks for going live. Thank you. Prayers for ASAP Rocky. Yeah. Oof. I want to see, I'm going to look at the poll too and see what y'all are thinking the verdict's going to be. This is pretty quick, to be honest. 3.5 hours and they said, all right, we're ready to go. Who knows? Who knows what they're thinking back there? Oh my gosh. We got Selly Cell. Oh my goodness. With the 10 bomb. Says prayers up, hoping for the best for his family. Yep. And I'm sure they'll be there too. Excuse me. We've got Kara Hampton in here with the 10 bomb as well. Appreciate you, Kara. What does she say? Let's go, jury. Not guilty. Thank you, Classy and Amy, for all that you do. Free Rocky and free Yak Gotti. Yeah, hopefully we have some news on Yak Gotti here shortly. We should have some news on Yak Gotti. I don't want to say this week, but I've been hearing things reported and I don't have anything solid yet, but if we do, I'll let y'all know and keep you guys updated. Oh man, I cannot believe we have a verdict today. This is crazy. My guy Les Cleaver in the building with the 5 bomb says, great job Classy and Amy for your commitment to the channel and all the work you put into it. God bless you. Same to you, Les. I appreciate it. And then we got the super stickers. Let me see. We got the super stickers raining in here. Shout out to Leslie Abrahams, excuse me. I don't know why I always mess that up. She dropped the unicorn super sticker, the rainbow super sticker. Oh my gosh. And then we've got Amy in there dropping the cake, man. Amy, let me get some of that cake, Amy. Dang. I had to run up here and almost miss dinner. I need that cake. We've also got Ducky Dester in here with the 2 bombs. Says, please make him stop, Classy. Y'all are tired of hearing from Lou, and yeah, I don't blame you. Also, my guy, Dr. EJ in the building. Oh my gosh. Gifted 5 memberships. If you got a membership from Dr. EJ, please make sure that you say thank you. He's always in here showing love and support. I appreciate you, Dr. EJ, and thank you for always stopping by and gifting those memberships, man. Leslie Abrahams also dropped the ice cream cone as well. Hey, y'all must be ready for dinner too. And then D Doc dropped the super sticker with the 5 bomb. And she says she's hyped. What are y'all thinking about everything we've seen so far? I want to know what y'all are saying in the comments too. If Rocky is found not guilty, Lewin will blame Rihanna and the kids. Dang. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, and it was just reported that they are waiting on ASAP Rocky to get into the courtroom. Let me see what else. Let me see what else is being said. We also have, let me see. I'm not seeing any updates yet. I'm going to check a couple other places, and they're just showing the CO right now on, oh, Amy said dessert after the live. That's what I'm talking about. Let me double check and see what Kathy's saying. I think the last thing I've seen was from Kathy Russin said, I think we are waiting on the defendant. Mel said they're waiting on the defendant as well. Lewin is there. She said he walked into the courtroom. And Megan said there are extra sheriff's deputies stationed around the courthouse. Paparazzi are awaiting Rocky's arrival. Right Street's in the building too. Says, okay, y'all, stop. When's the last time y'all actually listened to anything ASAP? Dang, we're gonna do that right now. Right Street, good Lord. Jeez. Come on, Right Street. Rocky better get here and don't play with not coming back to court. That would be insane. Can y'all, I don't even want to say this, and I don't think it's going to happen. Can y'all imagine if Rocky just gets up out of there and they can't find him? Oh man. I don't think that's going to happen, but I mean, the times it's happened before, I'm sure they didn't think it was going to happen then either. I'm going to cry if Rocky has to go to jail. Oh man. Deshauna, just take PTO until the verdict is read. Oh, y'all, some of y'all are still at work. Shout out to y'all working over there. Oh, any UK folk in here? I can't be the only one, surely. Shout out to the UK. Y'all were showing mad love on the morning show this morning. Thank y'all. 3 hours deliberating, and a not guilty verdict is rare. This can go either way. I'm so scared I want to puke. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get some dessert, man. Let's see. It's Friday. Young Thug's fighting for his property. Yep. So we're going to be covering that as well. On the 21st, we have YSL part 2-ish. Young Thug's going to be trying to get his stuff back. Judge Whitaker will be presiding over those hearings, so it'll be something fun for Friday. I think it's going to be a hung jury. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 jury members that think he is guilty. I don't know. There's just too much reasonable doubt for me. I'm at work. Oh, this is what Rice Street was talking about. I'm at work and I bet soon as I leave to go home, they will come back and I will miss it. Oh, you'll be good. I need to see this live after following this case like a lawyer myself. Yeah, appreciate all of y'all who are in here too. What else y'all saying? He is there. Someone posted in Justice Serve chat that he arrived at 6:45. Oh, okay, so he's been there for a minute. They're just waiting for him to get into the courtroom. Amy says, if Rocky goes to jail, he can stand under Rihanna's. Amy, come on. Don't do that. You gotta speak life, man. He's not going to jail. I don't think he deserves to go to jail. Dang, Amy. Riri and Rocky having some loving in the taxi before walking in. Can y'all imagine being in this situation? I mean, your life is literally flashing before your eyes. That's not true. The lawyers are saying a longer time means good news. I think Rocky's clapping them cheeks one more time just in case. Hey, yo. I mean, can you blame him? I'm from the UK too. And I had to wait up for the verdict. Kathy just said, still waiting on ASAP Rocky to arrive. She said my butt needs to get out of his chair. All right, Kathy, we ain't need to know that. Good Lord. Lord, I'm nervous. What is going on now? We're waiting on ASAP Rocky to get there. ASAP clapping cheeks. Can't be hung if they said they've reached a verdict. They are back too soon for a hung jury. They have a verdict. Where did I see that comment went away? Somebody said they had a verdict, something. Maybe he's just praying. Mel said Rocky isn't there. Yep, Kathy just reported as well. Rocky getting the butt, not the nuggets. Hey, yo. Amy says Rihanna says she likes whips and chains. They busy. Oh my. Hey, yo. I gotta read these comments before I put them up there. ASAP better take his time. They had better get their butts in there. Now they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Yeah, and some of y'all are saying it's not even funny. Listen, man. At the end of the day, all of this could have been avoided. I know we don't want to talk about this right now. But at the end of the day, this happened because of ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky, whether you want to call it his pride, his ego, his anger, all of this could have been prevented if he just would have let it go. And sure, he was probably sick of it. He was tired of Relly. But dang. Imagine if he had just been like, all right, you know what? Hey, man, I know we had our differences, but I don't want to see you anymore ever again. Never be here in the first place. Amy said here a while, and no one wants to be tied up with Jay-Z right now. ASAP, I'm sure he's scared. All of this over a knuckle scraper. ASAP Rocky got a reality check with ASAP Ashley Larry. It's really not funny. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. LA traffic is hell. Stop playing about Rocky going to jail, y'all. Oh, that's true. That's a good point. Jealousy is something real. Rihanna said, I want you to stay. Oh my God. I think Relly tells too many lies. They can't figure out the truth. For those of y'all who are saying it's not funny, can y'all also accept that Rocky's in this situation because of him? I mean, what a joke. If anything, and I've said this multiple times before, Rocky is I hope he takes accountability after this. I hope he gets a not guilty and then he learns his lesson. Y'all are making me laugh. I blame you. You grow from your mistakes, that part. Learn from the YSL trial. Learn from the ASAP trial. This is a joke to me. And me too. Because if I had they money, I wouldn't put myself in these situations. Why, as someone who has all these resources, who has a family, would you be putting yourself in this situation? Why? Why? This could have been prevented. It is a joke, right, Street? You are 1000% correct. This whole thing is a joke. Amy's up here trying to make me sing. Folks saying on various channels, justice for Relly and Relly's credibility didn't matter. Of course it matters. It's what jurors watch and listen to. It's what decides the outcome. Yeah. FFS. For fug's sake. The joke is the law. Two things can be true, Anton. ASAP Rocky would not be facing the law if he had just stayed his ass at home where he should have been. Amen, right, Street and Classy. Oh, man, he brought it upon himself. He did. Are you going to be covering the second Karen Reed trial? Today got heated during the pre-trial hearing. I don't know. Do y'all think I should cover Karen Reed? I haven't been following that at all. So I guess now would be a good time to get into it. Do me a favor. Since we have a verdict coming up shortly and still nobody's in there yet. Y'all type a 1 in the chat if we should cover Karen Reed. Type a 2 in the chat if we should just move on to the next thing. If Rocky wasn't an entertainer, the law wouldn't have accepted the shells. Classy. Anton Bishop. If Rocky wasn't an entertainer, you're starting at the shell casings? Why are you jumping ahead to the shell casings? If Rocky had just stayed home, we wouldn't be having a conversation about shell casings. What do you mean? If Rocky wasn't an entertainer, he wouldn't have been able to pay that $550,000 bond. Thank God. Now, I think it's going to be Karen Reed trial is too much. I don't know what that's about. I've been seeing a lot of people reporting on it. I see mostly 1s. I see a couple 2s. He said, who that, Harpo? I don't know who that is. Y'all are saying 2. Cover Karen Reed and let's learn the trial together. The holdup is they're waiting on the defendant. They're waiting on ASAP Rocky. Karen Reed trial is crazy. What is it about? Y'all got to tell me because I don't know. It's a different culture. I will say that. I've been watching Karen Reed trials since the beginning and it's just wild. So much corruption from the Commonwealth. It's a good one to follow since it could happen to any of us. That's true. Again, still waiting on Rocky. She allegedly unalived her cop ex. Oh, man. Oh, y'all, I see what y'all are saying. If Rocky does go to jail, Relly's got to catch hell in the streets and he can forget making any music. It will never make it to the radio. Well, he already said his career is over. I guess that's why he's trying to get 30 M's, right? If ASAP is late, then guilty. He smashed. Y'all are killing me with these comments, man. And let's play this out because I'm not going to say we're not even going to think about a guilty verdict because I'm hoping that he learns his lesson and it's a not guilty. Megan is just reporting as well. ASAP Rocky has arrived on the 9th floor hallway as we await the reading of the jury verdict in his gun assault trial. He and his team are walking down the hallway into the courtroom right now. So we get a not guilty verdict. What happens next? I'm not even going to give you guys any scenarios. We get a not guilty verdict here shortly. Not guilty on both counts. What do you think happens next for A$AP Rocky? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Amy's over here talking about Doge. Shout out to Doge over there doing the good work. All right, he goes home. Lily, don't tell me what to do. You go to the stream. He's going to drop an album. Countersuit. Relly's going to be pissed. I don't know. Relly might be happy because it might be easier for him to get his lawsuit. He's going home. Civil suit next. He's about to find God. Is there real proof of shots being fired, fake shell casings, and fake stories about Dunkin' Donuts? There's no proof. There is zero evidence. Period. End of story. He needs to go home and lay low. Yeah, he needs to pull a Young Thug and just hit a reset button on your squad. Get rid of everybody that's not moving in the same direction and keep it going. He goes to court. A lot of interviews. You think he's going to do an interview? I don't know if he does an interview. How would he benefit from an interview? He's walking in. Yep, I just mentioned that. He needs to countersue Relly. A$AP Rocky has to pay $30 million. Rihanna's leaving his ass. My nerves are shot. Oh, man. Leave all his old friends alone. Go home and raise his kids. Yep, the civil lawsuit. Let's see. Trial 1. Hung jury on second count. Mistrial declared. After said mistrial, about 4 to 5 jurors stepped up and said that, oh, okay, y'all are talking about a different one. Let's see. Press the we have no evidence button one time for you.
So what we have ultimately is that
0.
there is
Not
no
guilty.
evidence. None.
Change his name. Change his name. No more A$AP Rocky, and his new name is Lucky. Dang. Drop a diss track on you. Really? Not yet. He's still got the civil suit he's got to fight through. How many fights has he been in? 3 that we know of, which is insane. One where he got stabbed. Another one he ended up in jail in Sweden. And then this one here. So I'm sure there's a lot more. Watching him testify would have perfect for a new video. I'd sue A$AP Telly liar for defamation and pain and suffering. I could see that happening, especially Joe. Joe is not going to let that lawsuit go. As many of y'all may know, Joe Tacopina is a defendant in that $30 million lawsuit that Relly filed. So Joe Tacopina Law Firm, and A$AP Rocky are all mentioned as defendants in that claim. Rocky is there and walking into the courtroom. Yep. We already mentioned it. Can't be A$AP and y'all late. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like more like as soon as I want. He better sit down and be Mr. Mom. He needs to give 12E a raise. Oh my gosh. And then Kathy just said, and this is from Nancy Dillon, A$AP Rocky's mother and sister, Erica B, are all in there. I don't understand. Guilty or not guilty? Why civil court? What's that for? And it looks like Mel just said that the media is being let in too. So we should be live here shortly. Let me see. So I don't see anything yet. Let me refresh this page. Waiting on the judge. We're going to get there, y'all. He likes to enjoy a somewhat ordinary life, and so does Riri. It seems like they've really stayed out of the spotlight from what I've seen. We haven't really heard much from them. Rihanna is with him. The state doesn't like that move. Take life more seriously. Reset button on Relly and get 1,000 feet restraint on Relly. Cannot apologize to him. Do you think Rocky will call Relly after this is over? What? Nah. No. Civil is for monetary gain. On pins and needles. I know, y'all. We're getting there. We are almost there. It's looking like they're finally letting everybody into the courtroom. I'm seeing updates flying in from a couple people who are in the courtroom. Shout out to, let's give them a round of applause too. Kathy Russin is not in the courtroom, but she's reporting. Megan Cuniff. I'm not a lawyer, but shout out to Mel. And Mel just said Rihanna is not there. Oh my. What? No sign of Rihanna. ASAP Rocky's people are in there. Dang. Rocky can't cap rap no more. I don't know. Rocky might really be about that life because he's been in and out of court a few times. Change AWGE. Yeah, y'all are. Yeah, I mentioned it. We're still waiting. I'm surprised Rihanna's not there though. Maybe she said she couldn't take it. What other updates do we have? Yeah, I don't know why. Y'all have to tell me why people are so mad at Megan. I haven't seen it, but it is what it is. Oh, shout out to Nick at Night is also in the courtroom. I don't know who that is. She's in the courtroom, has been through the whole trial. Okay, shout out to everybody in the courtroom. She's sitting on the plane waiting in case she got to go on the run. Oh, y'all are saying Rihanna's recovering? Oh my gosh, yo, let them live. Dang. This has got to be scary though. I feel for Rocky, but hey, you got to be smart, man. Come on. You got kids. Oh, is Nick at Night in here? Is she in the chat? I didn't see her. But shout out to Nick at Night either way. Rocky is going home with his wife and sons. God bless them. Reevaluate you. Keep and let in your circle. Oh, reevaluate who you keep and let in your circle. Create more boundaries. What did Megan do? Why don't y'all like Megan? Amy said he forgot to take the chains off. Jeez. If Rocky is found not guilty, this was Illuminati embarrassment. Oh boy. Not the tinfoil hats. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm surprised his wife is not there either. But you could be right. She just may not be able to handle it if it's a guilty verdict, which is not. We already know it's not guilty. I hope so. Hugh's careers in fashion back up, but they have issues with their temper. Both of them, Travis and ASAP, need to calm down before they're one step from something. Riri already heard the verdict and she's getting the party together. Riri's changing locks, sheets, and vacuum the floors. Oh, y'all are wild. Did they push it out 45 minutes? No, it was supposed they were waiting on ASAP Rocky to get in there. So we're still no ASAP Rocky yet. We're still waiting on them to get settled, but everybody's been let in. All the media have been let in, and I'm seeing reports of the same. They're saying everybody's in the courtroom, but Rihanna's not in there for some reason, which is odd. And thank you again to everybody that liked the video. The time changed. The reading time changed to 8:30. Where are y'all seeing that? I don't see that anywhere. I don't see it on Law and Crime. I don't see it. Let me double check and make sure. Shout out to the 800th like. I see you in there. Megan said Rocky's mother is there. Who else? You also saw 8:30, 8:30, 8:30. Justice Served had it on their banner. Okay. I'm not seeing that update anywhere else. It is. So right now it is, what is that, 4:48 in California. If they pushed it back, they might be getting Rocky's cell ready. Oh, Rice Street, come on, man. Why are you like this? Jesus. Oh, man. It got pushed back 45 minutes. I do pray Rocky will be found not guilty. Praise for Rocky and Rihanna, as well as their children. Let's all learn from this, guys. I don't need to learn from this. I'm good. But hopefully somebody who needs to see this, y'all can see it and take heed. It's not worth it. I don't see, I'm looking at, y'all said Court TV changed it. Court TV is still saying the same time. And so is Law and Crime. Let me see. I'm seeing other people say 8:30, 8:30, 8:30. 8:30, the verdict will be read. Yeah, I don't know where y'all are getting this news from, but right, it might be true. Rihanna will appear when there's a not guilty verdict. Amy said, y'all please like the video so I can stop begging in these YouTube streets. Court TV definitely said 8:30. Where? This is the Court TV live stream right here. It says verdict is in. Where does it say 8:30?
Stop the cap.
TMZ said 8:30. That's what it is. There's no way for anyone to know the verdict before it is announced in open court. The judge doesn't even know until it's read in open court. The bailiffs have the jurors under lockdown. Just says the verdict is in. And then if y'all want to see Law and Crime, let's see. What does Law and Crime say? Jury verdict reached. So I don't, yeah, I don't know where y'all are getting this information from, but whatever. All right, so let's do, let me see. Let's do this. They're showing the emblem. Yeah, Law and Crow's been showing it for a while. Oh, y'all are saying what people are saying in the chat. There's a lot of people in the courtroom. Meg is in the courtroom. Mel, I'm not a lawyer, but is in the courtroom. And y'all are saying Nick at Night is in the courtroom too. These are crazy. Let me see if I can find anything. I mean, we might just have to wait and be patient. And then, shout out to the Black Letter Law. They said Rihanna is coming in now. Kathy said Rihanna has entered the courtroom. I guess that's what we've been waiting on. Okay, this might be it. Oh, here we go. Here we go, y'all. It's happening. Oh my God. It's happening. Let me make sure the sound is good. It's happening. Come on, reasonable doubt. Come on.
All right, we're on the record with all jurors present. All parties of counsel are present. Juror 9, you are the foreperson?
Yes.
And it is true that the jury has reached verdicts?
Yes, Your
On
Honor.
both counts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have the verdict forms with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, would you give those to Deputy Bennett?
Come here, Amy.
All right, what we're going to do, folks, is Deputy Bennett is going to give the verdict forms to juror number 1. Juror number 1, I want you to look at the verdict forms, and I'm going to want to know whether these verdict forms reflect your true and correct verdicts. Juror 2, I'd like you to look over her shoulder so you can review the verdict forms. And I'm going to want to know from you whether these are your true and correct verdicts. Once I've heard from both of you, give the verdict forms to juror number 3. Juror 3, look at the verdict forms. Juror 4, look over her shoulder. So ultimately, I'm going to want to hear from all 12 of you whether these verdict forms reflect your individual true and correct verdicts. Everybody understand? All right. Deputy Bennett, put these two in the notes.
Does it sound okay? Yes, this is normal.
Juror number 1, are those your true and correct verdicts? Juror number 2?
Yes.
Juror 3 and 4?
Yes.
Juror 5 and 6? Juror 5, are those your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 6?
Yes.
All right, let's get the verdict forms to juror 7. Juror 8, look over your shoulder. Juror number 7, those are your true and correct verdicts? Juror 7?
Yes.
Juror 8?
Yes.
9 and 10? Juror 9?
Yes.
Juror 10?
Yes.
11 and 12.
Man, this is tough. I hate this.
Juror 12? Yes. All right, all jurors have stated that the verdict forms reflect their individual true and correct verdicts. Alex, read the verdict.
Yes, Your Honor. The Los Angeles Superior Court, County of Los Angeles. People of the State of California versus Joaquin Mayers, case number BA 508142-01. We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of
Now get the audience. Or you cannot get the audience.
Hold it down, hold it down. Verdict has to be done on count.
Yes, sir. Repeat again. We, the jury, the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the semi-automatic firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245 Section B. A felony is charging count 1 of the information this 18th day of February 2025, jury seat number 9, 4%.
All right.
Title, court and cause. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the crime of assault with firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245 Section B.
We called it. Wow.
Count 2 of the information this 18th day of February 2025. Jury seat number 9, 4%.
Wow, wow, wow.
During this trial, I watched you periodically.
Wow.
You did what we asked of you.
Let's go.
Which is to give both sides a fair trial, pay attention, use your common sense, apply the law, and make your verdict.
Let's go,
I
man.
know you took extensive notes, and you took this as seriously as any jury could. We cannot have jury trials
Wow.
like this. So, you
That
certainly have my
man jumped
back.
over the.
I want to extend to you my best wishes. Again, thank you.
Let's
The
go,
admonition
Rocky.
to not discuss the
Congratulations,
case no
man.
longer applies. You can talk about the case with anybody. If you want to, or nobody
Congratulations.
if you don't want to. Alex has your certificates of completion. You can take your juror badges with you. Thank you again.
Wow.
You are excused.
Everybody remain seated in the public. We're going to let the jurors walk out first.
Thank y'all for saving my life. Thank you.
He said, "Thank y'all for saving my life." Oh my God.
Thank y'all.
Woo! Dennis Byron, run me my money, boy.
All right, the jury is left. The bond is exonerated. Mr. Mayers, you're excused.
He said you're excused. That's it.
Back row.
That's it. Absolutely amazing.
Everybody in the back row, you get to exit.
Absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Wow. Yeah, Dennis Byron, run me my money, boy. Congratulations to ASAP Rocky getting a second chance. Amazing, amazing, amazing job by the jury. Wow. Shout out to Law and Crime. Shout out to Court TV. Shout out to Megan Cuniff. Shout out to I'm Not a Lawyer, but shout out to Mel over there. Cat Not Williams. Amazing, amazing, amazing work. He got a second chance. He got a second chance at life. Wow. What do y'all think about this, man? I'm going to read some of y'all's comments. We called it. Ooh, I cannot wait to check the receipts. I am going to go back to every single video. Everybody that doubted me. Everybody who said that I was a goofy, that we were wrong. Amy wants to run it back. Yo, we got to see Rocky jumping over. That man jumped over to hug his family. Oh my gosh. He just got a second chance at life. I hope he learns his lesson from this. I think he will. Looking at those kids. 10%, 11% of y'all said, hold on, look at this for a second. 11% of y'all out of 2,000 people in this poll, 11% of you, over 200, well, we won't say over 200, over 180 people thought he was going to be guilty. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations, Rocky. Amazing. He escaped 24 years of prison, Amy says. Yeah, and Nosy Rosie, that's fair. Nosy Rosie said, I said guilty because I don't trust juries. There was just too much. There was too much reasonable doubt. Too much reasonable doubt. The prosecutors did an absolutely horrid job. I really hope we get an opportunity to hear from some of the jurors. If someone who's close to a juror or someone related to a juror, they want to have a platform to be able to speak about their experience, about what happened on the jury, how they felt. Let them know they have a place to come and talk here. I would love to hear from them, hear their thoughts. I'm so happy for him, but I'm not gonna lie. I say, man, I felt for him, man. He's got those two kids. He's got Rihanna back there. Sheesh. Absolutely amazing. We got to run it back one more time. Shout out to Amy. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I think they got this one right. Amy said he's definitely clapping cheeks tonight. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right, we're on the record with all jurors present.
Congratulations to Rocky, man. Wow.
9, you are the foreperson? Yes.
Congratulations.
It is true that the jury has reached verdicts?
Yes, Your
On
Honor.
both counts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have the verdict forms with you?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, would you give those to Deputy Bennett?
Yeah, y'all see this? Hold on, I gotta play this real quick. Look at it. This person said ASAP Rocky to Rihanna right now. That's what he did for real. We're gonna run it back. That is crazy. That is crazy, man. Congratulations, Rocky. Wow. Hey, thank y'all for being here for it. Amazing. Serena's out there crip walking and celebrating. Amazing. Yo, he jumped for real. He said, I don't care what happens after this. I don't have to say goodbye.
What we're going to do, folks, is Deputy Bennett is going to give the verdict forms to juror number 1. Juror number 1, I want you to look at the verdict forms, and I'm going to want to know whether these verdict forms reflect your true and correct verdicts. Juror 2, I'd like you to look over her shoulder so you can review the verdict forms. And I want to know from you whether these are your true and correct verdicts. Once I've heard from both of you, give the verdict forms to juror number 3. Juror 3, look at the verdict forms. Juror 4, look over her shoulder. So ultimately, I'm going to want to hear from all 12 of you whether these.
I feel bad for Megan. Megan's gonna be catching hell these next 24 hours. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Megan, it's okay. I got your back, Megan. Don't let him do it. And we talked about this. What's next, y'all? What's next?
Juror number 1, are those your true and correct verdicts? Juror number 2?
Yes.
Juror 3 and 4?
How do you think this man feels right here? Shout out to Karen. Karen says, first time listener and have truly enjoyed listening to your show during the last couple of weeks. Huge fan of ASAP and now a fan of the show. Thank you, Karen.
Jury 5, are those your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Jury 6? All right, let's get the verdict forms to Jury 7.
Wow.
Jury 8, look over your shoulder.
Oh man, happily angry lawyer tweeted a picture of Randy's donuts. Yo, it's wild.
Jury number 7, those are your true and correct
Oh
verdicts?
my gosh.
Jury 7?
Yes.
Jury 8?
Yes.
9 and 10? Jury 9?
Yes.
Jury 10?
Yes.
11 and 12.
Even the bailiffs were smiling too. That's amazing.
Juror 11?
Yes.
Juror 12?
Yes.
All right, all jurors have stated that the verdict forms reflect their individual true and correct verdicts.
What was he feeling right there? Oh my gosh.
The Los Angeles Superior Court, County of Los Angeles. People of the State of California versus Joaquin Mayers. Case number BA 508142-01.
Thank you, Bex.
We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the
There we go.
Now against the audience. Or you can not get the audience.
Hold down, hold down. Verdict has to be read on count.
Oh, they're all up in there smiling.
The jury, the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the semi-automatic firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B.
Yeah, F245. No, don't F245. It's a good law.
2025, jury seat number 9, 4%.
All right,
Title court and cause. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of the crime of assault with a firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony of charging count 2 of the information this 18th day of February 2025, juror seat number 9, 4%.
during this trial, I watched you periodically. You did what we asked of you from the very beginning, which is to give both sides a fair trial, pay attention, use your common sense, apply the law, and base your verdict on the evidence.
Amazing, man.
I know you
Congratulations,
took extensive
Rocky.
notes, and you took this as seriously as any jury could.
Yo,
We cannot have jury trials without
he
both
pushed
sides.
everybody out the way.
So you certainly have my gratitude. I want to extend to you my best wishes. Again, thank you.
Oh,
The
Megan's been
admonition
getting
to
held
not
this whole
discuss
time.
The case no longer applies. You can talk about the case with anybody you want to, or nobody if you don't want to. Alex has your certificates of completion. You can take your juror badges with you. Thank you again. You are excused.
Amazing.
Everybody remain seated in the public. We're going to let the jurors walk out first.
There it is. Absolutely amazing. Let me read some of these super chats. Thank y'all for the support too. He said, thank y'all for saving my life.
Thank you, y'all.
Congratulations. Go home and be a daddy. Hopefully this is just, you know, with everything that happened with the YSL trial, still happening with the YSL trial, everything that's going down with this trial.
All right, the jury is left. The bond
Man,
is exonerated.
hopefully the message is being
Mayors,
sent.
you're excused.
He said, you're excused. Look at Lewin. Look at him. Yo, he's going to be stressing now. He's definitely going to get some donuts tonight, man. Look at this guy. Look at him. Taking the walk of shame. Even Bradley was smiling. Look at Bradley. He's like, yeah, they got us. Yeah, they got us. 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 Look at Bradley. He's like, man. I swear that both of these guys lost the bet. He's like, man, thank God. Never again. This is another one that's going to become a defense attorney after this. Woo! I'm so happy for Rocky, man. Congratulations, Rocky. Congratulations, man. This is a great example, a great story he's going to be able to tell his kids. Going to be able to talk about. He's going to go back and show them everything that happened. Say, man, y'all, I was there. I did it. Don't be dumb. What are y'all saying, man? Shout out to the super chats. Those of y'all who went the extra mile and showed some love. Michi up in here. She said ASAP, not guilty free yet. Gotti. 14-degree weather. Oh, no. Nah, you can keep that, Michi. And she said, hashtag plea deals are not for everyone. This man. Woo. They were trying to get him 6 months. 6 months in jail, a felony, and then 8+ years of probation. Now, not guilty. Wow. Thank you for that reminder, Michi. Amazing. Also, we've got Selly Cell in here with the 10 bomb, says not guilty. Now I could go pee. Thank you for sharing this experience with us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this real quick. All right, and then what else are y'all saying? We've got Leslie Abrahams in here, just dropping the 10 bomb, showing love. Appreciate you. And then we've also got Les Cleaver in the building as well with the 5 bomb, says not guilty, praise God. Way to go, Rocky. Say goodbye to your money, Relly. We all called it. Great job, everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Relly, man. What's Relly thinking right now? This ninja just won't go away. I tried everything. Shout out to Serotonin with the 5 bomb, showing some major love. And then also Slim Life is in here with the $9.99, the 10 bomb in the building. She's over there laughing at the haters who said he wasn't going anywhere. What? Also, hold on. What's Kathy saying? Hold on a second. I got to see some reports of what the jurors are saying. Let me see. And I'll read the rest of these super chats. Hold on. So, here we go. Oh, also, it looks like there might be a juror interview. Okay, whose YouTube channel is this on? Because I don't want to play it. I want to give them their credit. Oh, Nick at Night. Shout out to Nick at Night. Oh, that's dope, man. All right, so I'm not going to play this. I am not going to play this from Nick at Night, but y'all go show her some love. She did a 4-minute interview with a juror. What? Insane. Shout out to Nick at Night. I didn't hear about her channel until today. So shout out to Nick at Night. I will drop the link to this so y'all can actually go over there and support her. If you want to see an interview from an actual juror, looks like Nick has it for you. So shout out to Nick at Night. Also, what's Kathy Russin has some quotes, says we were all thinking there was a crime committed, but with the instructions we were given, we all felt it was a real gun, says the juror. Wow. They also said Mr. Lewin did a bang up job. The juror said, she said She thought both sides were great. She reiterated there just wasn't enough to convict, but they all believed it was a real gun. Wow. Wow. What else? And I think that's all I'm seeing right now. Yeah, they're saying they have a couple of quotes from Rocky saying, thank you for saving my life. Thank you. Wow. Wow. All right, let's read these other super chats. We've got Gina in here with the 10 bomb, says, thank you for the amazing coverage. Yes, congratulations again, ASAP Rocky. Amy, what is Amy? Amy with the 5 bomb says, yo, you know what Amy's thinking about. She said he's definitely clapping cheeks tonight. Hey, no doubt, I'm sure. Also, Miss 86 has been a member for 2 months. Wow, thank you so much, Miss 86. What does she say? Says, thank you, Classy, for covering this trial. Thank you for being here. Thank y'all all for supporting. It means a lot. This has been quite the journey. And we still got a lot we're going to cover. So now that this trial is over, obviously we have to wait and see what happens with that civil case. You know, we'll be covering that here, and we will still be live tomorrow morning for another episode of the Music Morning Show. Still have a lot that we're going to get into as well. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Thank y'all again for the love. I'm going to read a couple more comments and then we'll get up out of here. She said, you said Nick at Night is really good. She's been there all throughout. I'll have to check her out. Shout out to Nick. This is my first time hearing about her channel. That guy wanted 30 mils. Little did he know it was hard work. Arrogance isn't the best tool. Counting chicks before they're hatched. Go put in some hard toiling. Remember, a bit of respect would have something. Would have gotten you a long way, probably, is what you're saying. On a serious note, don't give Relly a belt to hang himself with. I'm serious. Interesting. Listening to their streams as leaving court. Oh, also, we've got someone showing love on PayPal. Who is it? Oh, shout out to Karen over on the PayPal with the 10 bomb. Thank you, Karen. I see you over there. Karen, no comment, just showing major love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Yep, Big Black is in here. Shout out to Big Black. ASAP Rocky is free. He's been acquitted. He beat it entirely. Insane. He said, what y'all say about Amy? Yo, I missed it. Amy's talking about me. Thank you for all the hard work you've done, mate. Blessings from the UK. Appreciate it. And shout out to the UK. What are we going to watch now? YSL ASAP Rocky case is over. YSL is actually picking back up on Friday. So make sure y'all are here for that, because we've got a lot of news that I've been holding off on and haven't been able to cover because of this trial. So Wednesday, Thursday, we're still going to have the show, still have lots of news for you. Y'all stay tuned. Also, we've got YSL coming up this Friday, so make sure you stay tuned in for that as well. Y'all please like the video. Dang, I got a gist of Nick's interview, and dang, Rocky is lucky. Let's see. Over the moon for ASAP. I've never seen nobody with a gunshot wound go to the hospital 2 days later and go back to pick up the shells. Yeah. Joe's talking outside the courthouse. Let me see if I can find it. Who would he be talking to? Let me see if I can find this. Let me see. Let's see. Akeem Mayor's press, let's say press conference. Somebody has to have it live. I want to see if we can find it now. If not, we might just go over it. Oh, thank you, G. Shout out to G for the 5-bomb. Says, is the juror mentioning the gun being real play a role in the civil suit hurting Rocky? I'm not sure. Y'all have to go check out Nick at Night. I'm trying to see if I could find it live somewhere where they're talking outside the courthouse. Oh, okay, Karen, you said you did leave a comment and says the PayPal comment was supposed to say thank you from Maryland and Whale, about 20 minutes from his hometown. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Karen. Thank you. Oh, you said Kat has it live? Where's Kat getting it from? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Shout out to Cat Not Williams. Maybe I'll just send y'all over there. Let's see. Man, I bet people are going crazy right now. Let's see. All right, so I think it's Fox 29 Philadelphia. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, give me a second. Let me see. They might be done already. There we go. I think I found it. Good. Man, there's a lot of people out there.
No, push it.
There's Joe.
Congratulations. Push it. Congratulations. Congrats, man. Back up. Where am I going? It's a war. You really are going to the mic.
The mics are right here, guys. The mics are right here. The mics are right here. The mics are right here. The mics are right here.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Stay back. No.
I'm going home. I'm a court employee and I'm going home.
Hey, everybody back up. Back up. Back up.
Look at this, man. This is insane.
Yo, give him respect. Back up, guys. Hey, down.
Nonetheless, I'm thankful and we're blessed to be here right now, to be a free man talking to y'all. Thank you. All praise to God.
How's it feel to get your life back? We'll get you possible. You guys need to have another baby.
Don't be done.
Guys, I'm gonna guys, look, guys, hey, guys, we can't do this. Everyone's gonna yell. We'll just have to leave. But listen, guys, listen.
Yo, Rocky, you free party at
Guys,
Raleigh,
chill,
Brody.
Relax.
Put your arms down.
Water on me.
Arms down.
Guys, Bottom line is, we're grateful for the jury. They saw through this mirage of a case. We said from day one he was innocent. He turned down a plea for almost no jail time because he was innocent. And I've always said this was an extortion. The extortion played out live in color in court. You know, we've always said what it says is that the district attorney should look long and hard at prosecuting Tyrell Efron. We've said that from day one. We've said that from day one. They should do it now. They have him admitting to perjury. They have him committing extortion. The jury saw through it and came to an enormously quick and speedy verdict, the right verdict, and we thank this jury. And again, for me, my partner Chad, we're honored to have represented this amazing family. Rocky is one of my closest friends, but he's also just a great, great person. Rihanna, they are seriously the greatest people, and I said I love them, and I really do love them, and I got emotional in my summation because I care about them. This is one of the happiest days of my life, and I'm happy for them because they've earned this and deserve it.
Get this guy an all day.
Thank you, bro. Okay, guys.
Get this guy an all day.
Oh my God! Wait!
Wait! This is a camera stand.
Oh, there's Rihanna right there with him.
Back up! Wait, camera stand right there. Congratulations, Mama! Congratulations! Back up! Mama, you're putting on your shirt. You're putting on your shirt. You're putting on your shirt.
Watch that. Stay right here. Watch
Have your king back home, sweetheart. Hey, Joe, how does it feel?
Yeah, they said ASAP Joe. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Amy. I would be tripping.
They're not.
I appreciate y'all. Are they gonna get an interview with Joe? Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. 0 days in jail. Well, Rice Street, that's all thanks to about 550K. So if it had been anybody else, they would have been in there for sure. Jeez, man. Amazing, man. Again, congratulations to ASAP Rocky. So glad he didn't have to deal with it. Oh, thank y'all. See, this is why the chat is amazing. Shout out to Jamie Butler. Says Fox 26 Houston is still live with his lawyer. Okay. Rocky can now sue Relly for 30 cents. Yeah, he won't get it though. Let me see if I can find Fox 26 Houston is still alive. All right. Y'all are amazing, man. Thank you so much. Fox 26 Houston. Here we go. Oh yeah, they got it. Thank y'all, man. Y'all are amazing. Shout out to Jamie.
So, you know, I'm
So let me run this back and see what Joe said.
Smart guy. You know, his only misstep was that time he started out, in the courtroom about, his personal company, which just was so irrelevant. It was so irrelevant.
Here we go.
They're getting Joe back because the fucking paps are gone now.
Hey, watch your mouth. You kiss your mother with that mouth?
I told you on Friday, period. CIA.
Let him do his job.
Rihanna fucked my suit up. Rihanna did this. Look at my suit. It's a little different than it was 5 minutes ago.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a little different than it was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. You're hooked in.
Look at Joe, man.
Oh,
Major win.
that was nuts. Oh.
Yeah. You're hooked in.
All right, Joe Tacopina is about to talk
That was
to
nuts.
the media. Here we go.
I didn't realize how athletic he was. He in a single leap went over the jury box. But I mean the spectator row. Look, that was raw emotion. That was happiness. There was a moment where before we heard the words from the clerk, he didn't know if he was going to be spending the next 2 decades in jail or going home. And so when you hear those words, obviously, I know how he was feeling. We've been in communication the last few hours. And there's a lot on the line. He has 2 little children. He's got a beautiful wife, and he's got a family. And so that was raw emotion. You guys got to see that. And, it was, even for us, I mean, it was insane.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So it was just very, very satisfying.
When you and I spoke earlier, you said there was a lot on the line, when coming to this verdict. Now that everything's over with, what's next for ASAP? What's next for the whole family now that they can get past this?
Well, they promised their 3rd kid would be named ASAP Joe. So that's as far as I know. I'm kidding. What's next is they're going to move on. I mean, they have a lot of great things professionally to do. Rocky's really at the height of his career. He's worked with Gucci. He's worked with Puma. He's got a lot of things going. Obviously, Rihanna
is killing it.
Is on top of the world, and they have 2 beautiful, beautiful children, and they have a family. And you saw them come together. I took offense to the prosecutor Lewin saying that they manufactured some sort of appearance of a family in his summation.
Yeah, that's
messed up. But I think the jury
up.
obviously took offense to that too. They were a family, and they were a family, and that's why she was here to support him, and that's why his kids came. He doesn't know when he's going to see them again, and if this didn't go well for him, not that I thought it wasn't going to, so it was just beautiful to see. This is what we do. We work hard, and these trials are hard, and they tax us, and you don't sleep. But at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. That's why I went to law school. That's why he went to law school. So you see this, and it makes it all worthwhile.
And you saw his reaction. Talk to you about his demeanor, leading up to when that verdict came in.
Dude, he was way calmer than I was. I mean, he was calming me down. So, I was more anxious.
It's got to be stressful,
that's always
man.
the way it is for me. When something so important is about to happen. So he was really calm, cool, and collected. At the end, obviously, when that jury started piling in, and you can't read anyone's faces. There was a tension that he said, "I can't breathe," and I said, "Neither can I." So that makes 2 of us. Chad and I've been together 22 years. I know how he feels. So it's just a moment of incredible angst. But when you have something like this happen, it makes it all worthwhile. It's great.
What do you think the key evidence was that made the jury make this decision?
The key evidence. The fact that there was no evidence. I think that was the key evidence. I think relying on Terrell Efron for any matter of importance in your life, a decision on a matter of importance in your life would not be possible for anyone with a brain. And the jury clearly understood that argument. And
I agree.
I pointed out to the jury that I got Detective Flores, their lead detective, to say without Efron's testimony, there's no evidence of a shooting one way or another. That could be or that cannot be.
Yeah,
that really was it. I left 10 questions for John Lewin to answer. He didn't even look at one. And those were 10 important questions, including number 9, which was, without Efron's testimony, as the prosecutor asked, Detective Flores acknowledged that there's not enough evidence in this case to say that definitively there was a shooting. So I was surprised he didn't touch those questions, but I knew he couldn't answer them.
Garbage.
That's why I put him up there. So anyway, I think that's why the jury came. And look, it was a quick verdict, right? I mean, they started almost 10 o'clock. They had a lunch break. They listened. They watched the video, and they had a verdict. So
Yeah.
for a basically 4-week trial, when I heard it was a verdict, I felt pretty good. Not so overly confident because you just never know, but I felt pretty good.
You talked about
I'm not leaving. I'll answer everyone's questions, so don't worry. Yeah.
You talked about your client's raw emotion. We saw it. He dove.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He said that was crazy.
Not the only one
That was
had
crazy.
A thunderous reaction. Talk about the reaction that we've seen from the public, supporters of his.
Yeah. Look, I've been here for over a month, and just me walking around. I'm not him, right? People were just wishing me luck for him. I mean, he's loved, very well loved in the city, and I think he's got a lot of fans. And that doesn't happen because he's a singer. It happens because who he is as a person. A lot of what this jury didn't hear was who ASAP really is, who ASAP Rocky is as a person. He does incredible charity work. He gives back to the community. He's become a dear friend of mine more than a client. And that's why cases like this are really difficult for me, because there's so much on the line. I mean, I care about every client I represent to the point where they become family. This was at a different level, and so I was just not prepared for. I would not accept any other verdict than this one.
Why was this one so different? You said you care about every client, but they were like family. What was so special about
He and I have bonded over the last 3 years in a way that, and he's just a different person. I attribute that to him, the way he conducts himself, the way he's so appreciative with us, the way he is with his. I mean, I spent time with him and Rihanna at their house, and they're just, as humble and as can be for people with that level of success. They are really sweet, good people, and I would have been really, really hurting if this didn't go the right way. But thank God that jury. We had a great jury.
Speaking of family, do you think the jury seeing ASAP with Rihanna as a family man and their children helped his defense?
No, I don't think that helped his defense at all. Look,
I agree.
Everyone
too.
knows he had Rihanna. Everyone knows he has 2 kids. Sorry. I mean, I don't think the jury's like, all right, we think he's guilty, but look at the kids. I mean, so that's, I'm glad the prosecutor focused on that in their summation. We didn't. The evidence in this case was deficient. I think that they need to be going after Terrell Efron. As I've always said, he was an extortionist. He was someone who we showed committed extortion. The tape that one of you all said was really good for the prosecution that we brought in turned out not to be so good for the prosecution.
Uh-oh.
It was him repeating the same story that he'd repeated from.
Is that Megan right there? Oh, dang. Oh, no. Megan, man. Oh, Megan. Poor Megan, man. She's over there struggling.
They won. But what it had on there was, one,
boy, they're gonna
to this jury, and 2, him acknowledging he wanted $30 million.
I feel bad for Megan.
That's called extortion.
They.
For what? To get his $697 he has in his bank account? Even
Dang!
Though, if you look on Instagram, he's a billionaire. But, I'm not suing Raleigh. I have other things in life to do. He sued us. And after today, I don't think that's going so well. So, but anyway, look, I'm just happy the jury came to the right conclusion swiftly. Yes.
So speaking of evidence or lack of evidence, the fact that a gun was not presented in court to the jurors, did that make a difference in this verdict?
Who knows what made a difference? I mean, that jury, they're able to speak to you guys if they want to. I don't know if they're going to. Both ways the gun wasn't presented, right? Our gun, the gun that Rocky actually had, the prop, or the gun that the prosecution said he had, wasn't produced. So I think it's a wash, so to speak. I think the jurors had to go on the evidence that they had, right? They can't speculate. They had evidence in this case. Most of the incriminating evidence came from the words of someone who's, as I said, whose tongue is a stranger to the truth.
That was good. That was a good line.
Admitted liar. So I just don't think any jury could embrace that. And if you can't believe Tyrell Efron in this case, you can't convict. It was that simple.
Can't trust the messenger. You gotta ignore the whole message. Period.
Well, if the messenger doesn't fit, you must have quit. Did that happen in this courtroom, something like that? How did I keep at ease? He fed off my confidence, honestly. He fed off my confidence. We talked every night. Obviously, he was heavily involved with his defense.
Yeah.
But he would follow my lead. And if I told him things were going well, he obviously didn't know this procedure, this process. But I told him things were going well, they went well. So, he was really good. He's a smart guy. You know, his only misstep was that time he started out, you know, in the courtroom about, you know, his personal company, which just didn't, was so irrelevant. So it was so irrelevant to the case.
He just didn't want to get leaked.
Being defamed. People were using derogatory statements towards him. Relly called him every name in the book, you know, homophobic names, all these things, and Rocky didn't move a muscle. But when something personal to him was being asked about, which irrelevant to the case, what his company was called, what the acronym for. Well, it's an acronym for his company that had to do with his family. I'm going to leave it at that, right? And he was so
that was
he didn't want that
AWGE.
revealed nationally, publicly. It's like a private thing. The way someone doesn't want their phone number revealed. So he, you know, after the witness had already answered, he said, "Don't say," which caused me to heel kick him in the ankle. So the second time you heard from Rocky was a yelp. So it was, "Don't say ow," but the ow was from me. "Don't say" was from him. But it was irrelevant to this case.
That's
Again,
hilarious.
The prosecution focused on that. They focused on Rihanna and the kids. They focused on a lemon. They focused on a dog. They focused on a donut. We focused our summation on the facts. And, you know, I guess the jury saw it our way. Yeah, I think that was a great bonding experience for them personally. I mean, I've known them for a while. Rihanna is an amazing woman, strong woman, and she obviously was there to support him. She'd always been in touch with me throughout the process to make sure things were going well, and privately wanted reassurance. But she was here. Wild Horse, Rocky did not want her here. I will tell you that. I think I said it to you in the beginning. He did not want her here. He wanted to shield her from this. Wild Horses couldn't keep her away. So, you know, this you go through something like this as a family, it brings you closer. It's a bonding experience, and they're just two special people. So I can't imagine this has been anything but a life-altering experience for them.
How does it feel to get a public win after Donald Trump fired you?
So, do you know your facts?
Well, I'm asking you.
No, he didn't fire me. I resigned from the case.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, well.
Before he fired you?
He didn't fire me.
You're not here for that.
I'm not here for that. I was invited to the inauguration also, but I don't know what you're talking about. But so I'm not going to answer questions about other cases in my career. But that's a good question. You must be a good journalist.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Boy, that was low.
Well, clearly they weren't receptive to his message, right? Clearly they weren't receptive to his message and his tactics. I mean, you know, he treated two witnesses who came in here respecting the process, the court, were compliant witnesses, and he yelled at them for 2 hours.
It's true.
You know, I had a witness abusing me, cursing at me, flexing, cursing, throwing water bottles, and I didn't lose my cool. And I don't think that's good for a jury. I don't think a jury wants to see a lawyer out of control. So, you know, I look.
Yeah, that was
based on the verdict,
nasty.
I can only say clearly that those tactics didn't work, right? The yelling, the screaming, the constant objecting. You know, a jury doesn't want to be kept away from the facts. And I think they want to know that the facts are, you know, being brought to them. And they won't want to be hidden from facts. So when you constantly object as a lawyer and the jury feels like you're trying to hide something from them, I think they don't like that. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Lewin's conduct had anything to do with it. I think the facts really governed the day and carried this verdict. So I really do, more so than any lawyer's conduct in the case.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey guys, anyone else? You good? I don't want to not answer anyone's questions.
I'm surprised Megan didn't ask any questions.
Yeah, damn right I think he should be prosecuted. I mean, he perjured himself a dozen times in front of this jury.
Dang, Joe!
There's now evidence that he committed extortion on the record. You know, let's see if the DA really wants to go after a criminal. I mean, they spent all this time, all this money pursuing Rocky, someone who was acquitted and vindicated. Hopefully they'll go pursue a real criminal, and they have the evidence to do it. It's on the record, so he should prosecute him.
Sheesh. Wow.
Hey thanks for coming back. Thank you, guys. Thank you all very much.
There it is, ASAP Joe, or let's put respect on his name, the Honorable Joe, ASAP Joe Tacopina in the building. Wow. Amazing work, man. Did an excellent job all throughout this trial. Very little, if any, missteps as well. And I think the jury saw that, obviously, with the not guilty verdict. What do y'all think about this? I'm going to go on a little victory lap of my own. We called this from the beginning. We knew it was going to be not guilty. And now we see that. I'm coming for y'all. You know who you are. You will be held accountable. Wow. Shout out to the Honorable The Honorable. Wow. Joe ASAP. Joe Tacopina in the building. ASAP Taco. Oh, I like that even better. I'm not gonna lie. Relly is a clown. Y'all think? Let me know in the chat. We'll do 1s and 2s. Type a 1 in the chat if you think Relly's going to be prosecuted. Type a 2 in the chat if you think he's not. And you think he's just gonna move on to the next thing. Yeah, Benjamin. tell Byron it's time to pay up, man. I see a lot of 2s. Dang. And I mean, that makes sense. It wouldn't look great for the prosecutor if they say, yeah, let's prosecute our own witness for perjury. What purpose is that going to serve? Rice Street said I was in the middle. He said Relly's going to go back to pimping. Dang. It makes them look worse. Exactly. Yeah, if they do, and not only do they say, oh, yeah, he lied, and Lewin said multiple times during his closing arguments, listen, we know Relly lied. I mean, that was him on the phone call. Big deal. It's absolutely insane. I see all 2s, and I think I'm with y'all. I don't think anything's going to happen out of this. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with the civil trial. Y'all know we will be here covering it and reporting on it as well. All right, I'm going to let y'all go to bed. We will be back here tomorrow morning, probably at 10:30, maybe even 9:30. Either way, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time that we go live. Thank y'all for following this trial with us. We've got more on the way, so do not leave. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be back. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a great night. And as always, you know what to do. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. We go. Peace.